start stream. Oh, yeah, YouTube, Twitch is gonna want. Hello. Welcome back. Assuming I'm still live on YouTube. Okay, it looks like I am. Hello, all. Welcome back to Earthborne Rangers. I am Joel or Jelo, and I haven't completely finished setup, so please enjoy the music while I continue setup. Alright. You also need to stop making noise. That's actually annoyingly loud. Oh my god, stop. I I've never had so much. I mean, I have. I feel like every time I stream, this is just a problem. Alright. I'm, I'm not. I mean, I'm lagging a little bit. Why am I lagging so much? 20 gigs of memory? From what? What? Oh, Overwolf. Does need. Don't need. BattleNet. Don't need. Oh, well, you weren't the thing I was trying to get to. Hi. Hello. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. We'll be on our way back very soon. Ow. I keep getting alerts that my frames keep dropping. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting. I think that's my card thing. I don't know how to. Oh, I think I can do that, and that will stop most things from blowing my eardrums out. We'll just do that to pause it for you guys too. Hello, welcome back. Um, I'm just trying to get chat fixed because I used to have combined chat and then it broke. So, don't know why. I don't know how to like fix that. Okay. Um, I do need my multi-stream connected. Yeah, we're just gonna run with chat kind of floating out in the void. Uh, we'll probably just check in once in a while on chat. For the most part. Uh, welcome back. So last time we played, we get these things over here. Here. Last week, on Saturday, you guys might have noticed there was no stream Saturday. That's because I just kind of had run into a bit of a busy schedule. We traveled to Valley, to Meadow. We were down near the Watcher's Rock and we traveled up towards Meadow. We were heading towards Spire, Kobo's Market, and White Sky uh, for the Rising Water quest. Sorry about that. Yeah, so when we went there we're trying to get there for the Rising Waters thing. For the Rising Waters quest, we camped in Meadow in the grasslands, which means we can actually finally do. We can finally swap out our cards for our reward card, our cards in our decks for some of our reward cards. So I was looking, and the best thing to do is to remove the personality traits first, because these only give you commit icons, and they don't do anything else other than that. Like, they're only useful for that. And perceptive, well, it gives us oh, well, perceptive gives us a awareness when we pass. Ranger badge just works better, in my opinion. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna switch out our two copies of perceptive for two. So we're gonna switch out our two copies of perceptive for two ranger badges. Ranger badges are good because our ability Voice of the Elders can fire giving tokens to the ranger badge, and the ranger badge we can expend it to ready our roll, which will allow us to tap to use our ability again, which can fire. Oh, is it? Which we can use to fire the Stout-Hearted Guardian, which will soothe us of fatigue for using our roll. I don't think it's an infinite combo, but it's pretty good. Comes in with 3, and it has a true traverse, which is what perceptive had. Um, so it has double the commit icons, and then it also has a reason icon. Like so, it is better perceptive, and I don't really care to gain the awareness from perceptive. Perceptive, because we are only rocking one awareness. Um, Good news. I actually finally got card scans finished for the core of the game. I still have to go through uh, Legacy, Ancestors of the Valley, the player expansion, and then the other campaign. But I won't deal with the other campaign until we get to it. And then we also did get Spiral, Bloom and Spire and Bloom. Uh, at some point, I will get those skins in, and we'll do maybe a one shot, maybe a couple sessions of that. So, anyways, we should get started. I'm seeing lots of errors, so hopefully people are actually seeing this. But, worst case, I'm just talking to myself for an hour. First thing we should talk about is that we will be using, instead of day 4's normal weather of downpour, we will be using the Valley report for the for today. Well, the last day for it is today. Another thunderous boom shook the valley as a meteor struck near the meadow. Wildfires are spreading across the grasslands, sending more antelopes herds fleeing each day. When setting up the location, searched the grassland set for 2 antelopes and put them into play. So we were already in that, so we will have 2 antelopes in play. And then the Whispering Fields, I don't have them up yet. As I said, I did just get the scans finished, but I have to now crop them and name them. I think I am having a problem with my card. It is possible I might not be able, we might not do pull-up cards today. I'm getting errors spitting out from OBS. I might just need to reset my machine to fix that, but I'm not about to do that while live. So, we'll figure it out as we go. So I think that's the only thing I need to mention on the top is we'll use the Howling Skies. It definitely feels like this is this definitely feels like it's in response or in preparation to as doesn't it seems uh related to the incandescent epic multiplayer event we talked about last week. Um which is happening at the Con of the North next month. It seems like it seems like Con of the North pre-reg is closed. But it looks like there's still 11 tickets available. So if you are interested in this event and you'd be in at Con of the North or near Con of the North, which is in Minnesota, yeah, all right. we're not gonna be using the card pull up today. It is actually causing just lag on my computer. So with that, just I'll mention if somebody else comes in, but that is that was actually crashing my computer. Uh, this is happening in Bloomington, Minnesota. Minnesota. Yeah. I think this has to relate to this epic multiplayer, as it was talking about um, wildfires from meteors. So, howling winds is in play. I'll just keep those there. Howling winds is in play. I feel like I keep having to adjust this auto. Oh, okay. There we go. Well, that is definitely not behaving correctly. We're turning on autofocus. Wait, what the fuck? Whoopsies. Wait, what do I do? Oh, is it just that it's washed out? It just looks unfocused? Anyways, we will draw our cards. No, we'll do setup then draw our cards, I think. So, we'll read page 8. Not page 8, entry 8. Entry 8, meadow. Otherwise, the grass in this part of the valley rises so tall that you don't realize you've reached meadow until the path suddenly opens, revealing several humble cottages centered around the stump of a fallen dullwood. A herd of ironwood sheep tend to the grass. A shepherd stands nearby, casually watching the sheep. He waves. If you are here for the festival, you're early, he says. Pretty soon, this place will be full of people from all over the valley and sometimes beyond. There's food, drink, and music and dancing. If there's a thing we know how to do in Meadow, it's how to throw a party. A ironwool sheep pauses to give you a look, then quietly goes back to its grazing. My little ranger token. So lead ranger will search. Oh, well, this is the wrong deck, but this needed to be shuffled anyways. Um, Whispering Field says in response, when you would draw a card, attach it face down to this feature instead. After a feature enters play, draw a path. This feature enters play, draw a path card. So we'll draw 2 path cards. Okay, I guess it isn't my WebSocket. I don't know. I'm just gonna let it be. Weirdly, it says that I haven't dropped a single frame yet. Uh, I think I technically draw first and then set up. I don't think I technically get to know everything, but it's fine. It don't matter really. Ranger badge. Cool. Um, Ranger badge. I like. Oru the sheepdog. I like. Homebound seems good later. Parapus whistle. I like a lot. Intention connection. Intention translator is also good. I have a lot of targets for aid. And astute. I think I want to keep these because I want to set up Ranger Badge early, but I probably won't set it up now. I want to be able to clear the Artalope. Oh yeah, we can push our hands all the way down because Artalopes are here. Artalopes are here, so I probably want to deal with them. And Whistle is always just good for avoiding wounds. So we'll shuffle back Astute and Homeward Bound. Pocono and Stout-Hearted Guardian. What a great setup if I had 4 Spirit. Oh. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll probably play one day. We might play 2. It will depend on how fast this day 5 goes and how late. It is a holiday weekend in the U.S., so I don't have work tomorrow morning. I just have whatever else I need to do. I think I have people coming over to play one shot of D&D at, I think they said 10 a.m., which is crazy. And then maybe I'll come back live. I might play Marvel. I wouldn't play Earthborns. And yesterday I was gonna go live, but we just kind of ran into problems. All right. This is a 6. This has X things, X presents. So I think the first thing I do is I pay 2 and I play Oru the Sheepdog. Oru the Sheepdog is friendly, persistent, unique. I can exhaust it to move a being and add 2 progress to it. Then I will pay 1 for an intention translator. It comes in with 3 charges. I can use it to exhaust it using a charge to add one effort, to commit 1 effort for a connect test. Then we'll do this whistle, which will come in with 3 charges. This one says I can exhaust to use 1 call or use. When a ranger would suffer an injury from a predator or damage would be added to a being by a predator, cancel that effect. You exhaust it and use a call. Then I have 6 more spirit that I can't spend. I'm going to actually try and connect with this Artilope. Oh. After arrival setup, I forgot to do this. This is my bad. I've just searched the general set for a Cerubian Cyclone. And shuffle it in. And we're going to do this because I draw way more often. But we're not going to keep my hand there. I don't know what happened. It feels like I have far less room to play with than before. Oh, it's probably because I put it here and then I can shift things down. And we'll put that here. So we're committing 2 to this. Difficulty is 1 because of its thing. -2. Crest happens. Nothing happens. Oh, yeah, no. Da, Perfect. That failed. Oru is going to move this one, adding to progress. God, these dice are nice, but this is so hard to read. I'm not going to take 2 fatigue just to traverse. It seems bad. I have to get through this every turn. This is going to be... which is kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna do this, expending this to add one here, here, to add one to add a aid card to intention translator. I need to teach myself not to just say to put it here. I'm gonna tap my role voice of the others to add one intention spending a awareness. Then I'm going to refresh because I don't want to take 2 fatigue to try and travel, and I think I'm just gonna get hurt if I try to, because I don't want to spend these. So, well, actually, we should. I'm gonna spend 2 here. I'm gonna commit Pocono the Ferret to get 3. I suffer 2 fatigue because of the Whispering Field. Oh, and one more for Ardo. Oh, and one more. Never mind. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I actually forgot that it was just everything was going to cause that. That did not make sense. All right. We're going to refresh, which will untap everything. We would draw a card, but instead we're not. I'm going to attach Stout-Hearted Guardian to my roll. Then we're going to use Oru to move this Artalope up here, adding 2. Then I'm going to use the intention translator, committing 1 attribute from mine to commune with this Artalope. Difficulty is 1, committing 2. That was literally the same. Hold on. I don't think we shuffled. I don't think I shuffled correctly because I mean I guess I remember shuffling. I'm just gonna say we didn't. Yep. So it just doesn't. That seems odd. Sun. Now, add 2 win counters to this card. You may suffer up to 2 fatigue to add 1 fewer. We'll add 1, and we'll take 1 fatigue. Then I will add 1 of these random 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Cool. I'm going to suffer a injury, but I think I can use Parapus Whistle on that. And then I just don't instead. That's... Oh, damn it. That's unfortunate. Oh, X is twice the number of face down cards attached to this feature. That's even better. Now I can't really interact with my board at all. God damn it, I keep doing this. I'm gonna do this and get rid of a fitness to add 1 to the whistle. And then it will soothe me 1 fatigue because of Stout-Hearted Guardian. I'm gonna tap Voice of the Elders, Voice of the Angels, just so that I stop staring at my fatigue stack. I can try and I have to take a look at the reference cards. Um, I can try and avoid, but I can't really. I can rely on my training, committing 2. So I'll scry 2. I'll look at the top 2. I can put them back in any order on the top or bottom, and then draw one. I don't think I want either of these. Follow in my footsteps, good. Oh, that's right. No. No auto focus. Follow my footsteps, good. Magnanimous is good, but they're both not going to help me in this situation, so they can go on the bottom, and then I draw a card. And I drew another Uru, which is not helpful. All right. We're going to refresh. Fine, kind of have to. Oh, and it was a crest. I don't have food equipped. There's no active food, so they don't happen. They don't fire. I'm going to move him up here with 2. Because now I can actually interact with this board. But this is kind of rough. Oh, and then I draw another card. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and talk to the hungry scruff using my translator, committing Oru because he has a heart icon. Oh, yeah, that's why. All right. We're putting myself back up here. Because this is the space I'm used to having free. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm having a problem where I don't understand. So I'm committing 5. 3 from my attributes, 1 from Oru. Should probably keep 1 back, right? Because then I can try to. No, I really wanted to succeed. And then 1 from the intention translator. -1. So 5 turns to 4, which is just enough to clear the hungry scruff. There's no active predator, so nothing else fires. Um, I'm gonna try this sense. It's awareness plus thing, so it's difficulty 1. Choose cards at random equal to your effort. Look at those. Choose 1. Put it into play. 0. So I'll look at 1. I'll put Arlope into play. So happy together. This is the worst timeline. It is a flora. Okay, so I can see how somebody could be fine at getting rid of this. I'm gonna remember my training. I scout 2. It has survey the land and homeward bound, and I'm gonna bottom the homeward bound. I land and homeward bound, and I'm gonna bottom the homeward bound. I actually don't think it will be helpful for me for a while. I will put surveying, which would be good. I think I have to pass, but first I'm going to voice of the elders to increase my intention translator, and then untap everything. Stout Hardy Guardian does fire, but I have no fatigue to heal. I'm going to draw a card here, then draw a card here. I'm going to spend 2 to play this Ranger badge attached to my roll, but it comes in with 3 XP. I'm going to Oru this Artelope down, and then clear him. I'm going to try and talk with this Artelope. I will take your fatigue here. I will use 1 for my translator. So I'm at 2. I draw for +1 for 3. Oh. This will... Okay, hold up. This might change my entire plan. I drew a sun. I've drawn 2 suns and forgotten both. Oh, damn. That's a little hard to go back, but we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Cyclone. Okay. That actually isn't gonna change my action. And then we have to do the other one. Evens, odds, evens. Anthill. Okay. That is fine. There's just more things in front of me now. So now we do this. We're +3. So this will clear. We're not +3. We're +1, 4, 3. There's not Hungry Scruff. Move this feature. Okay, it moves here. Nope. I keep doing that. I'm gonna pay 1 for surveyed land. On Whispering, it comes in with 1 survey thing, and I reduce its presence by the number for each marker. I'm going to play this to... I'm going to tap my Voice of the Elders to pay 1 fitness to increase surveyed land by 1. Stout-Hearted Guardian will fire, letting me heal. I'm going to expend 1 Ranger badge to untap Voice of the Elder. I'm going to tap Voice of the Elder, paying the fitness to increase Intention Translator, which would fire Stout-Hearted Guardian. But I have no fatigue. Actually, we're not going to do the translator. We're going to increase the surveyed land. I was thinking these work more like power counters in Netrunner, where if they don't have power counters, you can't charge them, but it does just say to add 1 to an aid card. It doesn't say to an aid card that has 1. And then I think I am good on that. We're going to untap. We're going to go into the refresh phase, so we're going to unexhaust. we're going to. Oh, Howling Mines needed to is going to flip at this point. So Thunderhead. During our refresh, we'll flip this. All right. And then I'll draw a card, and then a pass card will get put underneath this mess. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to play this Zoological Recorder. It comes in with, it has 0 entries. Or, entries. I can exhaust it. Choose a being in the path discard with the same name as a being in play. If no attached beings have that name, attach a being. If attached being. Oh, okay, yeah. If no attached beings to this have that name, yep. So add an entry and then to this gear, and then add 2 to the being in play. 2 progress. So I'm going to exhaust this, grab this Artilope, attach the Artilope to the recorder. I get to add 2 to this guy. And then I record a entry. Add notes. 1 entry to Zoological Recorder. Artilope in meadow on day 5. Perfect. So that's one of the 7 that we need to complete the quest of this item specifically. We can do a void test. Do I have conflict icons? I do from my whistle. Yeah, so we'll pay 1 awareness, and then I'll play 1 Pokado and 1 whistle to try and do the evade conflict on the Cyclone. 0. So for every 2, which is only 1, we'll remove 1 strength. And then move a card in the same area. If you move it within reach of the Ranger fatigue, I move the Artilope up here. That's cool. So ready 1 predator in or prey. There's nothing to ready. Yeah, that's about it. That's all that happens there. I don't out of this. But hey, we're gonna try. I can move it back down. I'm gonna kind of ignore it. This is X, so if I wanted to travel right now, I'd take 2, 3, 4. Fatigue. That's a lot of fatigue, but I might have to. Um, I'm gonna use Oru to move the Artolope down here, only because I really want to do a test. I'm gonna do this test. I'm gonna put 3 into it so I can't fail it. Can't fail. So I will clear the Artolope first. Then we'll do the Sun Icon cons where we would remove 1 progress from each path card and the location. There are none. I'm going to attach a random thing. Evens odds. Evens. Trained stilt horse. Being prey mammal friendly. If this being is attached to your role, it grants persistence and the following trait: ride. Um, for 2 fitness and connection, add 2 progress to a location or feature for every effort. I don't think I've ever seen these. Reading entry 68. Otherwise, go to 86.2. The small herd of stilt horses prance away from you as you slowly circle around meadow, their long legs dainty, picking their way through the tall grass. The residents of Meadow say that the stilted horses let people ride them if they trust them. When you ask what the stilted horses do to people they don't trust, they just grin. Okay, interesting. Well, I can probably do that. It's 3 per ranger. Progress 1. It's not the hardest thing. They're friendly, so they won't impede. So right now I take 2. Yeah, we're gonna try and put any amount of progress on this Pokedo. I'm sorry, I just have to. I'm gonna take 2 from the Cyclone. The Whispering Fields is minus a bunch. Minus 3 and only has 2 presents. The Stilted Horses are friendly, so they don't impede. And the Harvester is X is 0. It has no damage. So I'm committing 3 versus a 1 difficulty. We'll put 3 progress here. Then we'll ready a predator or prey. Can't. Then we'll, if there's an active predator, then move a card that's in the same region. I'll move Oru. I think is my only actual option. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my ability for Voice of the Elders to spend a point to add a thing to survey the land. That means that it will be at 0 next turn, and then I will heal 1 point. Or I'll soothe 1 fatigue. You don't heal points. Alright, we'll untap. We'll draw a card. We'll draw this card. Interesting. I think I'm going to use Oro to move them down here, putting 2 progress. this trained stilt horses. I think I keep saying stilt-legged. They're just stilted or stilt horses. Horse. Um. Then I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna try and connect with it with the horse. I'm gonna spend 3. I complete it. We're gonna go back to entry 68. 80, 68.3. Finally, one of the stilt horses kneels down low enough that you are able to climb on its back. You balance there cautiously, your sore bum reminding you of the last 2 times you tried this, but this time the stilt horse seemed perfectly content with you as its rider. You remember what locals told you. The horse will let you ride them, but only for for the day. This herd always returns to meadow when night falls. Choose one ranger to ride the stilt horse. The ranger attaches the rolls. Discard all progress from the card. Write down accepted as a rider. That's interesting. I've actually never encountered these before. Cool. We'll put it here. Now we can avoid taking things. Oh, mountain. Move this feature. It didn't move to an area with no other cards. I don't know how it does that. How it plans to do that. I guess it moves like back and forth, but at least the idea is that it would move a bunch of stuff down here, move here, then move back, and that would be it. But oh, we refresh the Howling Winds. Maybe I forgot to do that already. I'm gonna use stilt horses fit plus ride. It's difficulty 1. It's fit plus a heart. I'm just gonna try the fit alone. I make it. We'll put 5 here. Then we'll resolve mountains. Move this feature. There are no other cards here. I'll add 1 strength. Okay. All right. Let's do this to add. Spending this, we'll add 1 to the ranger badge to the fatigue. We'll use the ranger badge to unready voice of the elders. I'll use this. I'll use a focus to exhaust the voice of the elders to add a token to intention translator. And then we'll unexhaust. And we'll move along. We're gonna be moving north towards Green Briar Knoll. Yeah. Greenbrier Knoll. We'll clear these. We've already having to talk to Elder Jeweler. Cyclone will stay out. We're traveling via. Oh, we're traveling still via woods, but we're just not going to this location. Put those cards to the side so that way I remember to grab them. Before we head out, or when we're done. Oh, you can't see. We'll remember to grab them so that way I can put them to the side. So I can put them to the side so I can remember to put trained stilt horseback. There are multiple horses on the photo, to be fair. And then we'll put 3 of these path cards in. Oh, I need to remember to add a Moment of the Valley to the cards that need to be scanned. I probably won't use them for a solo campaign. Like, they just don't show up enough. And some of them are more frustrating for solo. We've gone through most of our deck, and I think we only have till the end of the day to clear one area. So I have a feeling we might not be able to clear a area today. I didn't know I had missions right there. Oh, I didn't clear. No, I haven't cleared runes yet. Meadow. And I haven't missed anything, right? There's so much more to remember about this game than any other game. Lead Ranger will draw a challenge card. We'll do the following. Oh, we should read 24. Entry 24 before we get too far. The head-high grass makes it impossible to spot the knoll until the ground slopes upwards and you begin to climb a gentle grade. As you finish your ascent, you find yourself on a hilltop. At the summit, you find a dais of worn and lichen-crested stone, with narrow threads of metal weaving through it. You can see the dulled and petitioned threads form distinct patterns, the mark of the Estians. Oh. And then on a crest, we scout 3 path cards, then draw 2 path cards. I think that's. I don't know if that's the worst one. I feel like the best one is Sun, where you scout 2 path cards and then only draw 1. Alright. No. Alright, we should talk about it is Blood Beckoned Velix and a Hungry Scroff, and then a Morning Root. We'll just take those 2 and put them at the bottom, and then we'll draw 2. It'll be a Morning Root and a Bend. Oh. Actually, Ben is kind of really important. If we can convince Ben to let us ride, we can actually get to Boulder Field. No, Kobo's Market. which is one of the places we need to go. We can't go up. Ben lets us travel 2 points, but we can't go up the river with him. So we could go to Kobo's Market. It's weird that you can't just travel this way. I know like why it exists that way, but it is weird. So we can go to Spire and then Kobo's Market, which is one of the places we have to go. Because we have to go to Kobo's Market, Golden Shore, and White Sky. So, yeah, if we can go... Yeah, if we can talk to him, if we can convince him, we can get to Kobo's Market. We might actually be able to save one of the places. Alright. We'll read 87. Entry 87 for Ben. Amon. A shadow skims overhead, and you duck, thinking you're about to be attacked by hungry Irix. You look up with relief to see the shape of Ben Amon's custom-made glider, the Swift, passing overhead. Its lands gently in a clearing a short distance away. As you approach, you see Ben Amon emerge from the cockpit, stretch his legs, then check something on the underside of the vehicle. "Hello there," he says, looking up from his work. "I'm on an errand for Elder Thrush, but if you need assistance, maybe I can give you a ride." Clear Ben with token ranger tokens to board the Swift. To do that, we have to convince him using focus plus heart. It is not a connection test, so I can't use intention translator, but I don't think we necessarily need to. And I think it's just better for us to... It's focus 3, so it is actually kind of hard to convince him. But I think I'm willing to burn a dear friend. Like, I think I'm willing to burn... If I do this, I just auto pass. No matter what. I think it might be worth it. Because I think the only way we get off of this is if we get out of here is if we convince him. Maybe I hold off one just in case I need a dear friend, but no, I think we just send this because I don't have that many more cards, and I kind of want to be able to do anything for Rising Water before. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna spend everything. Perfect. Didn't need to, but kind of happy. I would have kept back a dear friend otherwise. We're gonna read the rest to clear him. Yeah. Before I do that, because I knew I was gonna spend all of them, I'm gonna do this to increase my Ranger badge by 1. You'll see why I want to do that in a second. 87. Using, yeah, awareness to increase Ranger badges for using Voice of Elders. 87.2. After some discussion, Ben gestures towards the Swift. "Climb aboard," he says. "The Elder asked me to run these supplies across the valley as quickly as possible, but the winds are favorable today. I should be able to make the journey a little easier and be back to Lone Tree by sundown. Now, where to? You may immediately perceive what travel phase of the round. If you do, you can travel to any location within 2 paths, even if there are even if there are ready cards with the obstacle even if there are readied cards with the obstacle keyword in play. use the train trap of the last things of the last path you crossed over. Discard the current trap. Oh, that's right. That's why we can't, because we'd have to use the water if we did that, and I can't travel up rivers yet. That is why I can't just go to White Sky. So we're going to go to Kobo's Market using Ravine. Kobo's Market using not Ravine, sorry, Lakeshore. Lakeshore. So with that, these two will go away. That was quick. What was the other things? We could have seen Ken or Ren or Tala. So we use Lakeshore. Oh. We left a thing in. We left the Cyclone in here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Get rid of this. Bring out Kobo's Market. Thanks. Thanks. Organize it. Kobo's Market. 16. We'll grab these two and then read. Entry 16. Oh, I forgot about Oru. Oru, I think, is still here, and I'm gonna have said that I'm going to have said at some point I moved him down with his ability. Just I don't want him floating around because I'll kind of forget about him if that is the case. Oh, and then I don't read 16. I read 149 or no, 105 for Rising Waters. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. I had a little 4-day weekend because my work had some time off, and then tomorrow is MLK Day in America, or Civil Rights Day, I believe is the other term. My state's always called it MLK Day, so. Minus twos are coming. We draw a card for start of turn, then we read 105, not 16. And 1.0 1.05, not 105. Read the entry corresponding with the location in which you are arriving. Kobo's Market. From far off, you can hear shouts and alarms. You can just make out the dell that holds Kobo's Market through the driving rain. The water around the main structure is already knee deep, and you can see Ren Kobo's posters saving what's good they can. Oh, sorry. Kobo's porters saving what goods they can, retreating to the upper balcony. Continue reading. Divert the flood by clearing beings and features while they have flood cards attached. Set up the new location, refresh, and it has been 1 day. Set up the new location, refresh, and draw path cards for new round. When performing the following based on how many days has passed since the mission. 1. Search the general 0. Search the general. So it's been 1 day. Search the general set for 2 flood cards. Shuffle them into the deck. Shuffle one into the deck and then attach the other to a being or feature from the path deck that is in play with the highest presence. Two flood cards. And they'll both stay out for now. And then we'll search for the next feature, Ranger Cache, and then we'll draw one. Deny. Goodbye, spam color. And then we shuffle one in here. Oh god, I need to actually shuffle this. We have Howling Winds and the Flood. It's pretty bad. All right, we'll read 79 for the Ranger Cache. And Romping Lutrinol, which has ambush, so I will take one. You barely notice the sigil carved into a nearby rock. You don't see any signs of the Ranger Cache, but you whistle the 5 tones that Ben Amon taught you during your training. The illusion of the rocky outcropping covered in lichen flares and fades as the lenser deactivates, revealing 4 carbon forged chests bolted to the rock. Oh, interesting. I realize how high fantasy this this world is sometimes. Romping Lutrinol, which fatigued me. And then Flood attaches to the one with the highest presence, and then I get to choose. We'll do the Romping. When this card is attached, leaves play without being cleared. Attach to the feature the highest presence. Okay, I'm going to have to look up how that works, because I actually don't really remember how this works. But first thing, I'm going to move Romping Lutrinol up here, putting 2 progress on him with using Oru to move the Romping Lutrinol up, putting 2 progress on him. We will try and connect with the Romping Lutrinol using the Intention Translator and 3 spirits. So we are making this test with 4. I just want to check to make sure. I don't think I need to add more, so we'll stick 4 turns to 4. 6 will clear it. When this card enters play or its attached card leaves play without being cleared, attach it to another deck. If there are no cards to attach, when this card enters play or its attached card leaves play without being cleared. Hold on. So we have to look at the FAQ on this. Flood card, Earthborne Rangers. When a card with a flood attached is cleared, add 1 progress to this. Oh. Oh, reading the other cards explains the 1 card. That actually makes sense. All right, so we're gonna shuffle the flood back in, and we put 1 progress on Rising Water. I can search where I can move my token onto this feature. Then you may search your deck for a gear and equip it. If you fail, move to the feature. You may add 1 token to an equipped gear. That's cool. I think I want to keep it though because it will clear regardless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use trained stilt horses to go to Kobo's Market. I will take a fatigue because Ranger Cash is not friendly. Oh no, I don't think I do. Sorry, I take that back. I do not take a fatigue because I'm interacting with this, not this. We'll do 2. -1 is 2 progress for every effort. Stilt horses are very good at their job, which I assume is to travel. We'll put 2 there. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to use Voice of the Elders, spending a resource to add an additional counter to Intention Translator, which will soothe me of fatigue. Cool, I follow my footsteps. I'm going to refresh. Where are the... Oh, they went over here. I will draw a card. Oh. Nothing happens there. Nothing happened there. Something happened. I drew a mountain. I forgot to Rising Water. It will add a token to our weather. Okay. We're still fine. I'm sure I've messed up this play somehow, but that's okay. We will draw a card. It's a Lutrinol Holt. Lutrinol Holt. I think we're gonna just have to clear this because I can't really deal with that. Alright, my turn. We're gonna use the trained stilt horses to travel using, or to ride using fit. +1. 3 for every effort. I'm going to add 6 progress to the halt because I can add it to a location or feature. It will clear it. We will shuffle the deck. It was Crest, so nothing happens. Um, yeah, that was my first action. I would like to actually be able to see more cards from the deck, but I can connect. No, I can't. This is not a creature anymore. I can connect with my sheepdog. I think I actually try this awareness check. It doesn't seem worth it. Seems like a good thing because I get to clear it. So that was floating from a while ago. Oh no. Oh. All right. Welcome back. The camera dies on me. This is not new. And I can't afford a new computer because of insert current problems with memory supplies. My problem here is that I actually don't have much of a thing to do. So I think I increase my intention translator again, and then I rest. We draw a card. We draw this card. Because the problem is that anytime it's anything that I don't want, I just kind of clear it, and then I don't have ways of getting and drawing more cards. Like this Flora, I might just leave. I don't really care about it. We might just pass it again. I don't have a way of drawing. We're gonna do that. Romping Luchinol, it's fatiguing. Or not fatiguing, it has ambush, it fatigues me. Like even this, it's like I don't know what I do here to make it so I have to deal with it. Because I can just kind of ignore this for now. This is kind of the one problem I have. I feel like this game bricks when I need to do a quest. Because I can't interact with this board state. My interaction with this board state is using Oru to send this guy up, giving me 2. And then we'll... Oh, and then we'll use the logical recorder for this romping Lutrinol to add 2 more. That gives me another entry, so that's actually not the worst idea. 1 entry to zoological recorder. Romping Lutrinol in market. Day 5. Alright. So we have 2 entries so far in our Pokédex. And then I pass turn. No, actually, before I do that, we'll increase Ranger Badges number, spending anything, soothing 1 fatigue. Essay on shepherding. Romping Lutronol. Fatigue ambushes me. Whenever a card with it would be clear, I'm gonna spend 2 fitness on 1, 2, 3, 4 on Essays of Shepherding. It comes in with 2 essays. Yep. I can prevent something from moving. Oh, we untap these. We're gonna use Oro to move the romping upwards. I know they will want to move towards me if I make a check, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. I have 3, 4, 5. I have at most 6 more turns, though. That's actually kind of more my concern. I don't know. I don't have a good way of doing anything about this. I can try and connect with them, but again, I guess I can clear them because it won't matter at the end of the day. Yeah, we're gonna connect with this Romping Lutronol using the intention translator. I'm committing 3. -1. I will clear it first. Then we'll fire the mountain. Nothing happens here. I add 1 here. If there's an active predator other than Romping Lutronol, exhaust it. Nope. If there's Romping Lutronol within reach, nope. And then I'm going to... Oh, I can... Sorry, I added 3 to it. Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay. I'm going to expend 1 and then use Enthusiastic. To try and connect, so I have 2. 2 turns to 4. I may move it. If you effort was 3 or more. Oh, it wasn't. Move 1 being. Then Cress. If there are other... Oh, sorry. Nothing here, nothing here. If there are other active Lutronals, which there are no longer, nothing here. Alright. I think this is good. I will do this. I will use Voice of the Elder, spending a focus to add a token on intention translator, which will soothe me 1 fatigue. I will refresh, unexhaust all of my cards, draw another card. blue kelpweed. And draw a card. Just absolutely nonsensical. I'm going to use Oru to clear this romping Lutrinol. Oh. I kind of am leaving my game state a mess. I could try and traverse it, but I don't know. Oh, I guess I can use train stilt horse to ride. My ride is 2. For every feature, I'm going to add 2, which will add 4. Progress, that it is. Mountain. We'll add 1 there. It's not romping Lutrinol. I'm going to think I'm going to pass my turn. Please be a flood card. It's Ben. We've talked to Ben already. I don't need to explain who he is. Ben, what are you doing here? We're going to use the stilt horses to progress on it. Then I get a crest, which does nothing. Ooh, it actually might do something. Already a predator or prey, which doesn't do anything. Thunderhead does flip. I'm gonna ready again. If you're watching this and I'm doing something wrong, even in the future, if like you're watching this again, leave a comment because this is the worst mission. I don't understand. I haven't seen anything that lets me interact with the flood cards. So like I'm sitting here waiting. Um Otherwise, yeah, I'm just because again, I think I'm just gonna the train stilt horse definitely has helped because this seems like I can ignore things. And so long as nothing has an obstacle, I can continue moving on. So I'm gonna draw another card. Actually, we are going to try and clear the kelp. It. I don't think it will retain it. Oh, Oru is up. We'll use Oru to move this Tidewater Muckets up, adding 2 progress to them. They are being prey, water, and food. They are beings. I can actually connect with them. I'm gonna connect with them. No real reason not to, and it might give me another zoological recorder. Yeah, that clears them. I'm going to tap, unexhaust everything, drawing a card, drawing a path card. Cyclone. This will be annoying actually because I can't clear it with progress. I think this just means we move on. Um. Ooh. Oh, I am no longer live. Wait, is this because I'm on a VPN? Oh. Well, this sucks because I'm not recording. Well, hold on. Is YouTube still open? Oh, no. Well, oh, hold on. Am I? Hello? Okay, I am still live on YouTube. Okay. Oh, I might be back completely. Hopefully everything came through. Welcome back, stream. That was kind of weird. But what I was saying is, we cleared the Tidewater muckets. Um, the cyclone actually makes it kind of impossible for me to hopefully do anything, but I have so many cards in hand, so we are gonna do a silly thing. Um, I think we're just going to aware and evade it. We're just gonna commit as much as possible. No, not as much as possible, but quite a bit. So right now I'm committing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna commit five effort because I want to get rid of this as quickly as possible. -2. So that's 3. So I lose 1. The sun happens on this side. So we'll add 2. Okay. Well, that kind of sucked. And that was all for the sun. I was actually hoping to do something large. At this point, we desperately just kind of don't want to draw a cyclone. So I think I'm gonna use the horses. 2. We'll put 4 here. I think we're gonna draw one more and hope that's not an obstacle, and then move on. Well, and if it is an obstacle, we'll have to deal with it. It's gonna harvest Nirad. Yeah, I think my whole turn is to just leave. But is it? Do we have the ability to do something? No, I think I have to admit that we can't do this quest and let Rising Water be a problem for us later. Because I cannot do this. I don't think I can willingly put myself in this problem where I only have 1 card left in my deck. We need to see the flood cards, which are cool. I wouldn't even get them next turn. Okay. Huh. Sorry. I'm saying that my camera sees this as perfectly. Why? Oh. I have night mode on, don't I? Okay. OBS just had this weird tint to it, and I just could not tell. It was nightlight. I'm going to put that back on. That's actually really nice. But I was looking at my camera going, it doesn't have this much yellow in it. All right. I think this is where we camp. We're going to camp for the night. I think we're gonna camp. Not there. Not that one. This one. I think we're gonna head towards Boulders. No. Yeah, I think we're gonna head to Boulders Field. And then I know we're gonna get a quest in the morning, I believe. I believe it's gonna go bring us southwards. So we'll be able to hit Kobo's Market again, hopefully. And see what we can do about this problem. But we just can't continue. And I can't really do things until flood cards are kind of able to be fixed. With this, I'm gonna call this day 5. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening, watching. Please please comment if I got anything wrong or if you had ideas. I might have misunderstood this mission. Wait, did this go? What? Sorry about that. But yeah, if you had if I did anything wrong, please let me know. Feel free to comment. And if you want to like or hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It all helps with the algorithm, helps grow the channel. Thank you for you guys